Hi everyone, today we are going to talk about 10.7 degrees and radians. When we do the trigonometry, we are using the angles, right? But for angles, there are two different ways to express the angles, which are degrees and radians. So we need to know how to convert the angles from degree to radian or radian to degree. So we already learned in the beginning, in the first session, right, of this unit. So you know how to find out the angle. Start from this here, initial rate always from the 0 degree here. And then what happened? Terminal rays moving around, right? And then we find the angle between this terminal ray and initial ray. This is the angle. When the terminal rays move this way, the angle is getting bigger. This angle, right? So the degrees, mostly we are familiar with the degrees, right? 0 degree to 45 degree here, 90 degree here, 180, 270 degrees. And you come back here, what do you get? 360 degrees. This is the normally we understand this. But in trigonometry, we use also another measurement, not degrees. What is it? Yes, radian. What's radian? Radian is same thing, but you convert the degree can be converted as a radian. So measuring a central angle by using radius. Oh, by using radius. Oh, we use the radius, right? How do we use radius? But first, before we talk about how to find out the radian, why do we use radian? In Algebra 2, we use radian more often than the degrees. Why? Because degrees, numbers are very big. 0 to here, 360 degrees. But if we use radian, we use very small numbers. 0 to actually, if you turn around here, it's about 6 point something. Not bigger than 10, all right? So how do you get the radian? Now, by using the radius, if you see how many R's, how many radius are in this circle, which we call circumference. Yeah, circumference is 2 pi times radius, right? So how many radius was here? Yes, 2 pi radius. So from the 2 pi radius, so you change the radius into the radian. Then how many radians are here? 2 pi radian. Okay, so 360 degrees is equivalent to how many radian? 2 pi radian. So 2 pi radian is equivalent to the 360 degrees. Does everybody understand? So I already talked about this. We are using the radians because these radians involve the smaller numbers. So I told you it's a 2 pi radian. What is a 2 pi? How big is it, 2 pi? About 6.28, right? Instead of 360 degrees, the big number, we use about 6.25, smaller numbers. So that's why we use the radians. But now, so 2 pi r, 2 pi radians, 2 pi is equivalent to how many degrees? Yes, 360 degrees. Then what is half of this? Half is 180 degrees, right? 180 degrees. That is equivalent to what? 2 pi divided by 2 is, yes, 1 pi. 1 pi, just pi radian. So 180 degree is pi radian, which is 3.14 radian. Then 90 degrees, another half, right? So pi divided by 2. So do you get it? So 90 degree from here to here, you will know this is as a radian, pi over 2 radian, which is about 1.5 something, right? 3.14 divided by 2. So 1.5 something, right? So that will be equivalent 90 degrees. So when you find out the 90 degrees or 60 degrees or 30 degrees, you can just from 180 degrees, you divide by 2, get the 90 degrees. 60 degrees, you divide by 3, you get the 60 degrees. And 30 degrees, you divide by 6, right? So 180 divided by 6 is 30 degrees. So basic angles, you can get it as a radian very simple. The 90 degree is a pi over 2 radian, 45 degrees, another half is pi over 4, right? Oh, here's pi over 4. And 30 degrees, 60 degrees, you can get it from 180 degrees. But they are not difficult to get it. But other degrees, like 7 degrees, how do you get this 7 degrees? It's very, from 180 degrees, it's very hard to go to the 7 degrees. But you don't need to worry. It's always, we find the unit degree first. To get the 7 degree, you should know 1 degree first. And then what do? Yeah, you multiply 7, right? Then what is 1 degree? How do you get 1 degree? We already go back here. 180 degrees is equal to what? 1 pi radian. Actually, it's in the, this is in the, you can find this in the reference. So, but you can easily remember, right? 180 degrees half circumference, so pi radian. You know, 360 degrees, 2 pi r, 2 pi radian. So 180 degrees, 1 pi radian. Then to make 1 degree, what should you do? Divided by what? Yes, divided by 180. Then you should divide both sides by the same thing, right? Both sides by 180. So 1 pi over 180 will be the radian, so, right? Like this. 1 pi is the same with the pi. So 1 degree, you divide by 180, divided by 180 become 1. So it's equivalent to pi over 180 radian. Okay. Then how do you get the 7 degree? You multiply 7 here. So that's why you get the 7 pi over 180. Understand? So other degrees, it will be same. How about when you know when you get the radian? Radian is the same thing. How do you get the 1 radian? 1 radian. You divide by pi both sides, right? So 1 radian is 1 pi divided by pi is 1. Then 180 divided by pi will be the 1 radian, which is 180 divided by pi is 3.14. So 1 radian is about 180 divided by 3.14 is a little bit smaller than 60, which is 50 something. You can use a calculator if you want to get the exact value. Do you understand how to get the radian? Here, so radian to degree, 1 radian. So 180 divided, so 1 pi divided by 1 pi is 1 radian, right? 1. So 180 divided by pi. So that's 1 radian. So if you want to get the 3 radian, So 3 radian, you multiply 3 to this 1 radian 3 times. So 3 times 180 is 540 and over pi. So if you use a calculator, 540 divided by pi, which is 3.14, you will get 171.89 degrees. 3 radian is, so from here to here, about here, 171 degree, 0.89. These will be 3 radian, right? So you have about how many in circle? About 6, a little bit more than 6 radian, because 6.28, 2 pi, so 6 radian. How many radius? 6 radius about here. So now 3 radian will be about here, right? Which is 171.89 degree. So again, it's very simple. To get the degrees, you find out 1 degree. To get the radian, you find out 1 radian. Use this, right? 180 degrees is equal to 1 pi radian. So I believe so you can do this one by yourself. So you can go to the Google Classroom and answer there. So I put the question in the Google Classroom, okay? And also you will see how many questions. 10 questions are there. Finish it, please, and then with the Excel ticket and email it to me. All right, let's stop here.